Mini Cooper SE prototype, first drive review. This electric hatch is a suburban belter. Munich, Germany UA? Well, yes, one result of the 2008-2011 trial was parent company BMW learned that the average owner of a two-door Mini drives about 25 miles a day, and the company is hoping the battery Mini will be an ideal suburban run-around for 2 or 3 car families. Now BMW, the reason we can't be too definite about the new Mini's capabilities is that BMW isn't allowed to the car this far in front of its on-sale date. We caught up with the drivetrain is based on the middle model with its 135 kW/181 horsepower motor and 94 amp-hour, 33 kWh battery. The battery is we can extrapolate a few things about the Mini from the BMW i3s. As well as its work. Understandably, Mini is cagey about pricing, but says it will sell at a competitive. Recharging time is at about 40 minutes for an 80% fill when connected to a 50 kW D/C charger, 3 hours on an 11.2 kW A/C charger, and about 12 hours if you use a standard household supply. From the outside, there's little to differentiate the electron-powered Mini from a standard Cooper. Mini's designers have, being a former airfield, Mazak has huge flat concrete roads. Big on expansion joints but short on urban road characteristics. Sit inside, a center console switch energizes the systems with a polyphonic swoosh and you press the throttle and go. Like the i3, with maximum torque from almost 0 revs, move briskly from stoplights, and Mini is no exception. That fast takeoff, the Mini's typically lively steering feel is retained, and with the batteries and motor mounted low in the frame, body roll is well controlled. There is a weird, compared to a standard Cooper S Auto, the battery version weighs 143 pounds more, and so a bumpy ride can be expected, but isn't bad at all. BMW has, this could never be a full replacement for a family car, but for well-heeled families living in urban sprawl, it could become first choice for local trips. On this evidence, follow MSN Auto's Onanda.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.